I am DS, your psychologist, and welcome to another episode on Channel NITT. So as you can see, I am standing up. That's not because I want to emphasize on the word stand. It's just that for a change, after I've gone through some existential depression, right, I've got a renewed type of understanding of how I want to do my things. So I decided for a change, I'll just do a stand-up. Just like a stand-up comedian would do. I had wanted to be a stand-up comedian for some time, but nobody thinks I'm funny.
She said, my kind of man very hard to find. I said, what kind of man you want? She said, I want...
Alright, a lot of influencers, they only show a facet of themselves. So as an ENTJ, I am totally aware that there are a lot of different selves inside me. So as described in one of our previous episodes on the Jungian archetypes, we have, as ENTJ, a lot of different selves and different archetypes inside us. So since we only live once, I want to express all these archetypes as much as possible. So one of myself is a lewd, dirty-minded self. So let's talk about the ENTJ being very dirty-minded. So for me, I'm not too sure about other fellow ENTJs, but I can be really very dirty-minded, or I always tend to think along suggestive lines. So a joke like, "You look like a man I would like to have a deposit with." This kind of joke, no need subtitles. Immediately I understand and immediately I laugh. So while some people take a long time to understand this kind of joke, for the ENTJ, for myself at least, immediately I understand. Not only that, I am capable of coming up with 4 to 5 minute dirty jokes. It's like a whole story altogether. People ask me, how are you so creative? I just am, because maybe naturally there's a lot of yellow inside me.
And it was all yellow.
One of the reasons why I think that the ENTJ could possibly be a very dirty-minded individual is because of Introverted Intuition, NI, which is the auxiliary function of the ENTJ. So NI is able to help the ENTJ draw parallels very quickly. So in my case, immediately if you just throw me 2 words, I just join them and form a story of my own. Sometimes imagination can also make me go the wrong path. So take for example, at the casino, I can sometimes just laugh for no apparent reason to others, but I was actually thinking of some little jokes inside my head. Let me explain to you.
2, 3, 4.
So in the casino, now it's very popular. There are a lot of automated machines. There will be a banker flipping cards for the baccarat or spinning the wheel, but then you use the computer to bet, right? So usually the banker will be there to make an announcement. So the banker usually has a script to follow. They will say, "Bets down please. No more bets. Get ready. The winning number is..." Something like that. So there was once, I think I heard something like, "Bend down please." And after that, I laughed very loudly because I heard "no more buts." So it's like, "Bend down please. No more buts. Get ready. Banker wins." So as a very dirty-minded person myself, I am one of the first to crack a dirty joke. Like those suggestive, lewd jokes. Yes, I'm very capable of it. So when I go to the gathering, surprisingly the ENTJ can make the party go alive. And I make the party go alive by being the dirty old man. A lot of times people wonder how come I am so fast in cracking jokes. It's as if I don't even need to think about it, or it's all under my sleeves, you know, all these different jokes that I have. But they are really on the spot. I just created and innovated them on the spot. Maybe it's to do with intelligence, but I think NI has a lot to do with it. NI really helps in the ENTJ's sense of humor. But unfortunately, my sense of humor is in the wrong way. No, so besides cracking jokes, thinking of dirty things some of the times, I also sometimes entertain myself with substituting lyrics of songs with things that are more lewd. So what do I mean by that? So a very classic song can turn into a very dirty song, and I can hum it and sing it in my brain, and then I'll laugh as I go along. And you might be surprised, the lyrics that I've created could be very high-end, it could be very archetypes. What do I mean? So just to give you an example, I have a song whereby one of the lyrics that I actually created is, "You made my G-spot become H." Okay, if you don't understand, never mind. Subtitles also won't help you.
Only for the smart one, slow one, don't bother thinking, huh?
So I have actually sometimes changed lyrics of every single song that I hear of, if I am in the mood to do so. I just self-entertain. I also sometimes entertain myself with very weird ideas like dirty questions to help in O-level maths. So I was thinking that, okay, there are some students, right, they just don't like to do maths. Maybe we can come up with a handbook, right, with all the questions that are inclined towards being dirty. Then maybe this will help them in their maths. So an example of a question that I thought of would be, John's dough was initially 10 cm. After getting it hot, it turned to 18 cm. What is the percentage increase in the length of the dough?
My anaconda don't want none unless you got.
Well, whether it's dirty is really up to your imagination, right? So I could also ask in this math series questions on angle of elevation, volume, interest. I would say that this kind of lewd things don't really happen to me all the time. It happens more when I am with friends or when I am alone and very bored. So this is especially true when I'm with a group of friends that I feel very comfortable with. Then when I'm very comfortable, my creativity is, wow, super. So I can tell, oh, I thought she was your bosom friend. Of course, luckily my friends understand that I am this type of person and they actually enjoy it. Okay, but to a lot of different people, they can find it offensive. Similarly, I think ISTJs especially will find that the book that I've actually taught about of maths questions that are actually based on dirty-mindedness is so inappropriate. Of course, that book is meant for adults lah, huh? Do you think adults will buy this kind of thing? Maybe. Just to do? Just to read the questions lah. I'm actually very tall, so it doesn't make sense for me to stand for long, you know? Very tiring. Anyway, fellow ENTJs, are you guilty of being a dirty old man or a dirty old woman? Do you have an impure mind inside your head? I admit that I do. It's okay. I love it. So again, this video is somewhat like pushing the boundaries. I'm very curious to know whether this video can even be monetized because of ad suitability. But never mind, I think there's really nothing wrong about it. I did not... Right? So at Channel NITT, we produce a lot of MBTI and psychological videos. But recently, I have actually been trying to do a lot of more innovative things and trying to express more different facets of myself. So we really hope that you have enjoyed the video. If you have, do give us a like. If you have not subscribed, do consider subscribing so that we can bring you more MBTI and fun stuff. Alright, I'm going to sign off now and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye bye.